Wait.
Skip
Swear.
2.
What did 2 ever do to you?
Whoop.
So, are we actually on the lookout, or is this just a facsimile?
You're on the lookout.
Did we have to climb up here, or how'd that go? Did he just teleport us? Did he do
Well,
that?
you had to climb, but you're all strong enough at this point.
I can fly, so...
Oh, wasn't that great for you?
What?
Maybe I just
You're a
like
robot. You don't
maybe I
get
just-
tired.
Maybe I just like the ground.
I just like dirt.
It's great.
And dirt.
Did you know a few of my favorite things are?
The earth
Stale
reminds me
bread.
of human.
You're weird for a robot.
Alright.
Anyway, Scary Man, what are we doing here?
I should say for the audience at home, you've been training for a while, and you've hit what's known in Fate as a... Oh darn, I forgot what milestone it is. A medium milestone.
Significant.
Significant. This means they're all allowed to increase one of their approaches by 1, and I'm pretty sure most of you increased your 3 to a 4.
No,
I got a second 3.
you need me too.
Yeah, I was the one who did 3 to 4.
Me too.
Yours training is just a lot of her going real fast. She's got to hone that speed. It's her thing.
Your speedruns video games in her spare time.
I have no time for video games.
I also gave myself a new stunt because I ate Piccolo's arms. I have more regeneration ability.
Right. So you four are in the middle of training when Mr. Popo steps out. He says, "Today, we won't be training like this. I have something special in mind."
Special good or special bad?
He doesn't answer your question and just steps into the room.
This guy makes me extremely uncomfortable all the time.
What's all with the
Oh,
melty
God.
clocks?
We're in
Welcome to the
ghost
Dolly
zone.
Zone.
What is clock's melting?
This? Oh, this was a commission by Salvador Dali. Anyways, and he steps into a different room. This is our pendulum room. With this, we can send your consciousness back and through time. We don't have a whole lot of information about the Saiyan, but we do know he's bringing 5 minions with him. And I was hoping we could learn more about them.
Do I have consciousness to send back in time?
Oh, we're gonna find out.
I don't know. Ask David Cage.
Don't ask David Cage. Ask literally anyone else. They'll know more.
David Cage doesn't exist in this universe.
Good.
The best universe.
We just get good cinematic games instead.
Jeez. All this shade for David Cage. He sucks, though, for reals.
The Sega CD survived in this universe, so it's just FMV games all the time.
Or just like a CD5. Anyways. I was able to find 4 points of history related to the Saiyan's minions. The first one, and he pulls out a scroll, is a prison that one of the minions was held in. You would have to infiltrate it in order to interrogate him.
Yeah, alright. I suppose I'll get on that then.
Yeah, that was the one that's like, I wonder who's going to pick this one.
Look, Popo, you don't have to be so snippy about things.
That was me. That was Knife Popo.
Oh, geez, Kami's here, ah.
Oh, yes! It's all Kami!
Mr. Popo, who are these people?
The second is a war zone one of the other minions was involved in. Apparently he was a leader of some sort. I'd like for one of you to investigate that.
Does he just look at me?
He doesn't look at anyone. The thing is that I want you all to pick after you know all 4 which one you're going through, but unfortunately I wrote up one and was like, oh shit, this is going to be Yora, isn't it? The third is a bounty hunter, and I was able to find information on a target he failed to kill. I figured it would be the safest way to observe him. And finally, we just have the... Well, we have the name and location of the planet the last two minions were from. We don't know a whole lot about it. I guess you just have to observe a day in their life. Totally uneventful day in their life.
But they're not all Sams. Like, what are these people things?
They're the five of them are four different aliens, with one of them being two different aliens that sometimes merge into one person.
Oh, that would never catch on.
All right.
Yeah, no, what a stupid idea, right? He says, sweating.
Coco Sweat.
Yes.
I guess so. So Yora wanted prison infiltration. Does anyone want to challenge that?
Nah.
Nah.
I guess I'll take the war zone. That seems appropriate for me.
I'll take the 2-in-1.
All right. Give me a minute to throw pogs around in these other maps.
Don't just throw pogs around. Those are valuable.
Are they? They're just pieces of cardboard with printing on.
So that means Panty is dealing with a bounty hunter.
Yep.
And everyone's okay with that?
Yep.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm already traveling through time. If I get sent through time again, is it going to cause a time paradox?
No. You're just going back through different points of time.
But
It's
I'm-
fine.
But I'm already-
I think we're not actually going through time. We're just observing time in the past, and it's
Okay.
weird that we can interact with it, but it's not actually going to change the past.
Yes, it's some sort of simulation you can interact with. Don't worry, you can't change the past from here. It's all a hologram.
This one won't even piss Beerus off.
You're not in any
Wait, what?
real danger.
I don't like the way you said that.
Then the camera zooms in on Popo's face.
Just smiling.
Unchanging.
Unfortunately, there's some problems with these points of time. I'll only be able to send one of you through. The other three will be able to provide support, but only morally. Only moral support.
So, comedy.
So no
In game
spoiler.
terms, you can still create advantages and attack and everything as long as it's something you can do with only your voice. So with that out of the way, let's get started with Yora's infiltration mission.
Oh no.
I make no apologies for anything.
Yora.
Dragon
Well, at least the
Ball.
guards are pushovers.
Yeah. What a bunch of nerds.
Before you step, or as your consciousness is being teleported, you hear the voice of Popo speak to you.
Whisper
It
words of
says,
wisdom.
let it be. This mission might be a little difficult, but the first room should be fine. At most, there should be two people patrolling the room. Make sure they don't see you.
All right. Well,
All weapons are on-site procurement.
And you'll be going in without any equipment. Anything you'll need will be procured on site.
all right. Well, sounds
So
easy.
can you just slice in the opening to Metal Gear Solid?
All right. Okay, so, well, guess I'm just gonna start out stealthing it then. Let's get a feel for how this is.
So you're
Not great.
observing, or are you trying to get past already?
Yeah, I'm observing. Gotta see those patrols, which,
So would
Not
this be a
great.
great advantage?
yeah. Not a great advantage. if any.
Well, I'll let you make one because they are Jacko. Or Jacko. How do you, Jeffy
think it's
first,
Jocko.
how do you pronounce it?
Jaco, actually.
Jaco, alright. Oh, he's a shadow girl.
All right, so that
An
advantage.
advantage.
So guard patterns.
Right, and I hear you typing it in. So are you
Yep.
doing that? All right. So they're just continuing their guard pattern. So now you have to do an overcome roll to get past them.
All right, I don't think I have any sort of extra overcome because I'm not Yamcha.
Because we never do overcome rolls.
I gave the overcome roll to Yamcha. Well, I guess in that case, safest thing to do would actually be to just go so fast that I move by them without them noticing. So quick roll time. That is wow. That's not bad. 6 isn't bad.
I'm gonna say that succeeds.
Yeah, don't even have to add anything. So
All right. So you make it to the elevator.
whoosh.
As you probably noticed, and I'm just going to draw attention, I didn't say 2 by accident. Popo thought there was only going to be 2 people in this room. There are, in fact, 4.
Looks like there's 4. Okay, well, whatever. Doesn't matter.
When you say that, you hear Popo again. 4. Why is there 4? There should be 2 people in there at the most.
Well, I guess some people must have been added. The question is why. They don't usually increase security unless there's some reason to.
So you take the elevator up. The camera is still doing all the ridiculous swoops and turns, but like you're not moving at all.
Standing perfectly still.
As you come out, you're immediately confronted with this one mook. He's facing away from you, but he could turn around at any moment. Oh, you're where it says start.
Okay.
Because I ripped this from a Prima guide.
Alright, so let me just whatcha, here I am. Alright.
Oh shit, I forgot to do that, sorry.
No problem, I can do it myself. So I think I'm going to, I guess, sneaky. Well, actually, if I quickly attack him, then I get a +2, because provided I just, like, go for the next snap, then that's lethal enough. So,
Alright, go for it.
that's
Oh,
a
nice.
7. Says the guard.
So, instead of me looking this up, Redmaster, if a mook does something they're bad at, that's a -2, right?
He's still away from the mic.
Oh shit, that's right. Well,
Yeah,
I'll just put a +0 because I could be ambiguous about this. Well, you know what? Rip and fucking peace, Jocko.
Okay, so is that technically a
Jacob.
boost then?
Oh yeah, that you have a boost.
Okay, so what does
You
he
should
drop as he
weekend
dies?
You should weekend at Bernie's this corpse. He drops a communications device. You can hear it's Metal Gear Solid 5. You can hear the CP
Okay.
commanding everyone around.
So, is there anything on right now that I can hear?
Not from this communications device, but you do hear Popo again. He's very chatty today.
Is he talking to it?
Yes, you hear it through the communications device now. Pendulum room is weird. You hear him yelling, Sure, I made a horrible mistake.
What is it,
Today is the
Popo?
day. Today is the day the prisoner you're trying to interrogate escaped. I thought it was because the guard was weaker, but it turns out today they doubled their guard and even tightened security around the prison cell.
I see.
I don't
But he hasn't
understand
escaped
it.
yet, then.
Well, of course not. If he was going to escape, why now? Why not yesterday or wait until tomorrow? What's so important about the day that he has to escape now?
Well, I suppose I'll be finding that out then.
Maybe he just likes beating up dudes, so he waited till there's the most dudes. Like, you don't know.
Maybe it's Father's Day on his planet, and he's got to get back to his family.
Those are in character, right?
Yes.
He just loves fighting dudes is definitely a Dragon Ball reason.
All right, well, so I got that. Then, in that case, I'm going to go over to this right side with all of these little, I guess, generators or whatever they are. So there's that one dude walking around. I am going to cleverly just run circles around one of the generators and have him follow the footprints.
Whose footprints are these?
That's pretty good.
Overcome?
Yep. That's a 4 on clever, no bonuses.
Well, you went through the least protected area. So,
It's
yeah.
like a loop where he starts following his own footprints. It keeps walking around.
Yeah, Jacob is following some footprints around. Unfortunately, I can't program this pog to like do a loop constantly.
All right, so
Alright, you've gotten past the one. When you do these two, move a bit closer to the door you're trying to get through.
I'm
And
gonna
this
take
guy is looking over the
stairs.
balcony.
Popo, it seems like these guys are getting close to the door. Doesn't look like I'll just be able to walk in.
Popo doesn't have a response because I don't remember exactly what the response should be.
Are there any other entrances?
I guess you could get in through the air duct.
I mean, you're the expert. You figure it out.
Yeah, you're the ninja. You do it. I didn't even know how many people there were going to be.
All right, well, fine. I'll just go in
Popo's
myself. then.
confidence is shot.
Okay, so
Bobo has another group to work with right now.
All right. You gotta get past one guy. How do you do it?
I am going to do it quickly. I'm basically just going to, I think, run up like the top right here. Actually, no, this would just be a stealthy roll because I don't really want to make noise, and if I'm above him, then that's fine.
Especially if that's a middle grade.
Yep. So I'm going to. I guess technically this could also be careful, but I'm going to do it sneaky instead because that's my better stat. Not great, so I'm going to use my
Hey, what's
boost
that
to make
noise?
that a +2.
Huh?
So
Footprints?
+2. This is an overcome. So let me double check, make sure. So I'll say it's a difficulty of 2 because it is still Jaco. So you succeed because of a tie. You succeed in overcome, but at a minor cost.
Do I
So
want
they
to
don't
waste
see you.
guard patterns? Actually, it sounds like you're doing something. So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to let you.
As you are making your way inside, you hear one of the thousands of Jacos apparently say over the communications device, I heard a weird noise at one of the entrances. You better tighten security inside the base, just in case.
That's fine.
Hey guys, did you know there's a fridge with infinite food in the next room over?
Bullshit.
So I don't remember what. Where would you be if you went in the way you did?
I want to say the latter.
I
Yeah,
think
definitely the
this
latter.
leads. Doesn't this duct lead like right over where like the guy from DARPA was?
That's
No.
right here. The lower entrance would have taken me to the vent down there.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so a few more mooks because the patrol's been tightened.
This is gonna be tricky.
However,
Oh,
once you come in, these two on the bottom, like put their fingers to their headsets, rush towards the door, and then run out.
well, looks like my goal's that way then.
The rest of the mooks suddenly seem more alert and tense.
All right, well,
They're in
I-
caution mode.
Yes.
On the bright side, okay, so
However,
so many howevers.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to just make it clear. I I think the way this map is oriented, these two look like they're heading out to the area you were just in. They're actually heading the opposite direction in the fiction.
Yeah.
They're heading away from where you were.
All right, so in that case, I am going to, I guess, stealth again, even though my last stealth wasn't great. But the best option here, because I'm kind of surrounded, is not to go and immediately murder a guard, but to just drop down a floor. So I'm going to stealthily get to the ledge, try to get by, and then drop down behind the tank. So that guy, actually, that guy isn't even on the floor, is he? He's on the grate. He's on the upper level. So
I think so. I
Yeah,
think
pretty
everyone on this is on the upper level right now.
Yeah, just do a dive roll right over the edge, and then you're down there, and you're fine.
actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make this a quick roll instead, because if I do it fast enough, I feel like I could disguise that noise. Everybody's jumpy, but there's also a lot of motion going on. So quick. That is a 2. So I guess I'll just combine this with the other advantage I had, guard patterns.
All right, you wait for the exact moment they're all looking away.
Pro
You
strats.
jump down, clanging and banging, making the loudest noise as possible. But
Boy, those other guys must be real panicked, right?
all right, you can just go to any door. I
All
forget
right.
which one I wanted to actually be the way out, but
I'm gonna follow him to the back then.
all right. Let me really quick throw a pog down. There should be a pog. Make it a bit bigger so it's not as ridiculous looking. And you're already there. Ignore the ogres. I couldn't find a good jail cell that didn't have the ogres.
Wow, that's really weird to have in a building like this, huh?
Just ignore these guys. It's fine.
They also hired ogres to be guards.
So you managed to find Amand. He is
Yeah.
currently sleeping in his jail cell.
I forgot the stupid naming scheme.
You found Almond.
All right.
So
Well,
you're just gonna let him sleep?
I am going to read the room in general, I guess.
Well, you hear footprints, but they're not footprints. You hear footsteps, but they're all going away right now. They're kind of like going away, but not all in the same direction. And then you hear them
They're
change
running.
direction a lot.
All right. Well, I guess.
They're
in
not
that-
in here.
So I'm just going to stealthily observe this cell. I don't want to wake this guy up. And that's God,
You
I'm not
don't?
getting good rolls. Well, I guess if I can't be killed, but I still like to re-roll this.
Well, I'm confused why you don't want to wake him up because your goal is to interrogate him.
Well, I don't just want to charge in recklessly.
The codex starts firing up. Yura, what are you doing? Every second is precious.
You're gonna cause a time paradox.
Look, I have my methods. Don't complain.
I don't care how peaceful you think he looks.
Anyway, I guess in that case, the stealth roll is going to be to find a key to get in there. And I still need to re-roll that, though. So I'm going to use highly trained ninja, because, damn, that was a bad roll. So
You'd think a ninja wouldn't need a key.
God, I'm rolling like shit tonight. There's no one around, right? I can at least just get a dang key.
Well, if there's no one around, there's no one to get a key from. However, failing forward time, in your ruckus to find a key, Amand rouses himself awake. He sees you, And he tries to get your attention. He says, something tells me you're not with the Galactic Patrol.
Really, what give you
Unless I've
that
been
idea?
asleep for a long time and they changed uniforms on me.
It has happened before.
There's quite the ruckus going on in here. I've heard you've been planning to escape.
Escape? Nah, I got a pretty good gig here. I couldn't get meals on my home planet. They feed me here.
I highly doubt that.
Don't even have to beat anyone up to get the meal.
You doubt they feed me?
No, I doubt this gig is good. You
All
don't
right,
exactly
so
look
now-
like the type to be cooped up in a cell like this.
Alright, now it's time to present what the tangible benefits of this are. This is now an opportunity to make advantages you can use against them during the actual fight.
Okay.
So, I kind of want to tie it to how well you do in the rest of the stuff, but this is probably the most complex one, and it kind of flew by. So,
Yep.
I think, how about just 2? You should try and make 2 advantages, but you have to still do it in the fiction.
Okay. So do I should roll for this. I guess it would just be clever, huh?
Well, what are you trying to do?
I'm going to try to figure out why the guards are so alert right now. So, let me ask you something. If it's not you that's causing all these guards to panic, then who is it? A friend of yours?
To that succeeds. Sorry, I struggled there. He says, I'm gonna be honest. There's no one who's gonna come here to bust me out. He's somebody I know.
Oh.
5
And
seconds
like I
later,
said,
Kool-Aid
I'm
Man.
not trying to get out of here. What's out there that I don't got in here?
So in that case, there must be
aspect.
somebody bigger and stronger than yourself.
You've revealed one of his aspects. His aspect is never in a hurry.
All right.
He did.
What's his name
What am I
again?
trying to say? Amand. I have the anti-pressure core advantages.
Yep.
So I can write that.
Oh, all right. I'll let you.
He has no sense of danger ever. He doesn't realize this is actually a really shitty situation.
The eternal optimist.
More like a dumbass.
That's what I said, wasn't it?
Dang. Take that, optimists. Your glass is half empty, idiots.
I ate the glass.
It's gone now. The glass is actually made of plastic, moron.
Why do you even call it glass?
You have one more attempt at making an advantage.
All right. So I believe previously I asked him if it's not him that's the threat here, then who could it be?
Yes, and he doesn't know. But in the course of which you revealed he has no sense of danger.
So this is before he joined the Saiyan, right?
Yep. So, in that case, if you don't even know anybody else here that could possibly be a threat, then they must keep you pretty isolated.
Well, yeah.
Must be lonely.
He stares at the ground. A little. That is the one thing I miss. The Galactic Patrol doesn't talk to me.
Nor
I
would
keep making
anybody
fun of
else.
Jacob, he doesn't even respond.
So basically, In that case, whoever frees this guy must, well, leave quite an impression on him, which I guess could be anyone.
Yeah, I bet this guy is just so indebted to whoever frees him that he's gonna serve life debt or whatever.
So what you're saying is that you would probably help anyone who just came by and freed you, despite the whole "you got a good gig" lie. We both know that's a lie, right? We're on the same page.
He doesn't know it's a lie. It is a lie, but he doesn't know it's a lie.
He just stares back blankly.
I mean, I guess if I did get out, I wouldn't have anything better to do. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Go home?
Any reason you can't go home?
That sounds like it's gonna need a roll.
Alright, well, let's fire up that old clever again. Oh, that was better than last time, actually. Cool.
And really quickly get over to Amon's Dragon Ball Wiki page just to make sure.
He doesn't even have a listed race.
Race, Amon's race.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So you're asking why he wouldn't go home.
Yeah.
He, again, stares a little bit at the ground. I wasn't exactly a very popular person.
You know,
They didn't throw me in here for fun, you know. I did some shit.
I mean, I honestly don't
jaywalked.
understand space crimes. You could have committed them on your planet. You could have committed them on another planet. I don't know. I just know
spacewalked.
one.
spacewalk.
Spacewalk is like a spacewalk with a corresponding weight loss. If I got those lyrics wrong,
So,
apologies.
I did GTS, Grand Theft Spaceship.
and GTA, Grand Theft, a spaceship.
And just GT, they didn't tell me what crime that was, but they really hated me for it.
It was definitely a crime. So the second aspect you've discovered on him is secretly regretful. He will never admit it because he does not care about anything on the surface, but
Deep down, he really does.
he realizes he kind of belongs here right now.
You've cracked open his creamy nougat center.
No, he's an almond.
Okay. Then his skin isn't very thick at all. I guess
And he
the
also
shell
tastes
is-
bad.
I guess he also had the shell. I was thinking almond.
Shortly after he mentions feeling a little sorry, the back wall of his cell is blown open.
Yep, I'm going to just make a quick roll to get to the top of this and out of immediate
Who's
sight
that
of whoever
handsome
might
tiny
come in.
hog? Oh, it's Goku.
Whatcha?
You're
Nobody can
not.
see me.
Amon at first backs up against the bars of his cell, terrified, like, you're here to kill me, aren't you? But you just hear a voice say, "Oh no, I'm not here to kill you. Far from it." And at this point, the pendulum room illusion dissipates.
Hey, Popo, you never told me it was Tellus.
Well, Yora was on top of the cell, so she didn't see anything.
Oh.
I think she saw him as the wall blew open.
This
Well-
is a silhouette for
So why the fuck is Goku here?
I don't think I
That's
know what
Goku?
Goku looks like at this point.
You saw him at the tournament.
He wasn't at the tournament.
He
He
was-
was busy getting killed by Piccolo.
Yeah, and he was a
Okay.
child.
No, when he beat Piccolo Jr. at the tournament, he was an adult. The other Dragon Ball Goku is an adult. You keep forgetting this.
I do. It's
Well, that's a-
basically just a Z arc.
That's a Goku? Why didn't you tell me that was a Goku? I didn't know he was a Saiyan.
What do you mean a Goku?
Oh, it's not. Oh, you know, like I'm a Martian and like.
No, Goku is his name.
Oh.
Yeah, so do you just tell everyone, guys, Goku's the evil Saiyan?
It's weird. There was this vaguely Goku-like person. His skin color was slightly different, but that hair's unmistakable. Every
got
report
Saiyan
gets
hair,
the hair
Paul.
right.
At this point, Popo steps towards you and claps his hand on your shoulder. Says, "Oh, don't worry. You see, Saiyans are a little strange. Their phenotypes don't have as much variety as humans, so a lot of them end up looking alike."
Usually they keep their hair in specific styles so that they can tell each other apart.
Yes, spiky, extra spiky, and bald.
And extra spiky for edits.
Well, look at Pansy. She dyes her hair.
I'm a natural purple, I'll have you know.
Oh. But you see, the phenotype of Saiyans has gotten so complicated that it does that kind of thing to their hair.
At any rate, you shouldn't have to worry about fighting Goku.
I'm pretty sure all Saiyan's hair is black. Dude.
What was Nappa's hair color?
He had a black beard.
Vegeta's was brown in non-canon materials.
What about Bardock's?
King Vegeta has brown hair.
What about Bardock's crew?
All
Yeah,
black hair, I
what
think.
the fuck? Why does only King Vegeta have brown hair? What is happening?
He dyed it.
That's the mark of royalty.
Maybe it's just the light in that room.
And why doesn't their tail color or tail fur match their hair color?
That's a very good question. Glad
So
you
anyway-
asked, Popo.
So, anyways, the phenotype thing was like just a half-ass, like the real half-ass explanation for why Turtles looks like Goku. But
You mean why Toriyama can only draw like 4 dudes?
yeah, but it turns out that they have more backing than we thought because everyone has black hair.
It was just, at least this Saiyan doesn't have a widow's peak. You gotta watch out for guys with high foreheads. This is scary.
All right, so next we're going to the war zone,
Have fun.
and I need to scroll so I can get this bookmark all the way over there.
Ah.
You said like send me into the war zone, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He just like claps you on the back and you go flying into hell.
Oh.
Do you do that to people a lot, Popo?
He
Oh,
smiles
well,
and does not
nothing's human,
respond.
So whatever.
Are those Friezas or Frieza races?
No, I think they're bug people.
Okay, they look like they got horns, like Frieza.
I mean,
If that's a
more
head.
than people than Frieza have horns.
I know, but they've got like the whole pattern thing that Frieza has.
And then later, Frieza didn't have horns.
Yes,
Pearl has opinions on this.
So what kind of bug people are these? Or are they just one of those races that get wiped out by Frieza every so often?
They don't really have a name, I don't think.
Ah.
Not important enough to remember.
Hey, Popo, what's about all these gross bug corpses?
Well, I did say it was a war zone, didn't I? Strange, though. These aren't the people that live on this planet. I guess maybe they're a mercenary force hired to defend them.
Oh, well, then everything worked out.
Well, I mean,
Hired to
alright, so-
defend them.
yeah.
Oh, to defend them. Oh.
Hey,
Never-
2B, do you see that crater over there? That looks like it was a city.
I mean, this looks more like a ruin than a war zone, really. It looks
Well,
the
that's
war's
what-
already over. Did you send me too late?
While you're talking, a energy blast comes flying from behind you.
I mean, just gonna dodge out of the way.
All right,
Wow, a Dragon Ball
that'll be
Z.
an overcome.
A Dragon Ball character that can dodge. Wow.
I got to.
Pearl has opinions on that too. I don't know. That'll succeed, but I'll use my GM powers to make it seem like you did worse than you actually did.
Oh,
You turn around and see it, and you're about to jump out of the way when this. Oh, I forgot to make your pog bigger.
I can do it. No, I can't do it.
This man leaps towards you and yells, "Get down!" and tackles you to the ground.
Oh, gross! Get off me!
He does. What the hell are you doing? Find cover!
Oh, right. I jump behind a rock.
he
I'm not
Reaches
familiar with
over.
cover. I don't know what this is.
he reaches over and grabs the other side of the rock. No, this side.
Oh.
At this point, are there just energy blasts going wild?
There's only a couple, but it feels like suppressing energy blasts. Like they're trying to keep you in place now.
Oh, this is the weak sauce energy blasts don't do anything. Just make smoke. Just somewhat smoke.
You say that being someone who is like substantially stronger than anyone else we've met, and probably could take a few hits.
I also shoot rapid fire. Do I have pod with me?
No, it's
Yeah,
just your
sure.
consciousness.
Pause consciousness one too.
I just shoot wildly back in that direction.
Hey, Po, did you
Alright,
say you can only send one consciousness at a time?
Well, I mean,
the
she
pod
is an
threatened
android.
me. The pod violence.
You got intimidated by that thing?
Alright. I'm not really aiming for anybody. I'm just spraying laser blasts back in that direction.
All right. The last one was a success. I'll make this one a tie. He backs up, or they back off, but you don't know where they went,
And
and you didn't kill them.
So anyway, what's your name?
My name is Dies, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
That's
Yes, you are.
That's an unfortunate name, friend. In a war zone.
He chuckles a bit.
I forget what it actually translates to into Japanese.
I think it's soy.
That's right.
He says, "What about you? Who are you?"
I'm
Give him a fake name.
I'm a 3C.
Nope, too late. I already said it.
No, I mean, you look like a double D to me.
Shut up, panting.
I mean, she doesn't, but
I don't know. Go with something like 9S.
How'd you know?
that's a dumb name. What kind of idiot would you call that?
That's a name.
Anyway,
He
what's
says,
with all these dead bug guys?
Well, they were supposed to be defending the planet, but they didn't do a very good job of that. Are you with them, by the way? I don't recognize you. You're not from around here, are you?
I just came here. Not on purpose.
A wayward warrior, huh? I can respect that.
Stuff like that. So who are they defending it from? What's going on here?
We're under attack by a space pirate.
A space pirate. Ooh.
A space pirate.
Does he have an eye patch?
Not that I know
I
of.
say having an eye patch across both eyes.
That's called a blindfold.
Does he have a tiny blindfold? What? You know, like pirates wear. Do you mean an eye patch? Yeah.
Like a hat.
Yeah, the one-eye blindfold.
Is his spaceship like a ship, but in space?
With sails and a rudder.
Yeah. What he said.
Tubi, didn't you say you're from the moon? Shouldn't you know what space travel is like?
I don't really travel through space, just to Earth.
That's
They didn't go to other
I
planets.
actually can't remember what the hell the spaceship looks like. Isn't it much like a ball?
Probably.
Probably they're all like
Isn't that
spheres
all-
with, like orbs and like oval orbs.
Isn't that just like the design Saiyans use all the damn time?
They love orbs. They're aerodynamic.
Oh, yeah, that's just an orb.
Anyways, like I mentioned, yours was the most involved, so you're already at the point where you can create advantages with this guy.
All right, so like, are you also hired here to help them, or do you live here? What's going on? What's your story, friend?
Well, I just have to be the prince of this planet, or whatever's left of it.
Oh, that
Because
sucks.
pirates taking everything from me.
Oh.
I need to make sure I take at least something back.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely.
So, let me look at his aspects. The trouble I gave him was fall from grace. So you know he's still upset about not being a prince anymore.
All right.
He'll
Well,
still
It
be
does
sore
piss
about
me off
that.
that one of Telus' minions is just Vegeta.
how many? Okay, I am going to attempt to create an advantage by forcefully helping him fight towards the space pirate to get his vengeance.
Alright.
Yeah, make him want revenge. That's always
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go for it. I like this. I mean, this doesn't really make sense, but go for it.
All right. Well, no, I'm like backing him up. Like that's shit.
Like, yeah, you shouldn't take this kind of thing. You should just go in there, find the top dog, and punch him in the face.
Yeah, throw him into space. Oh hell.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
pretty good.
What are you doing down here on this blasted wasteland?
He like looks around at the wasteland. He goes, "You're right. I can't forgive someone who's done this to my people, to my planet. I'll never forgive him." And then he runs off.
Alright. This is a
So-
montage of us beating up dudes while we run towards the spaceship.
The orb.
I learn about him through combat.
So it just so happens like you only come up with 4 aspects for most of Telus's minions. So I like what I've been doing of just giving you the fault and letting you help me make the last 5th one. So he now has can never forgive.
Oh, nice.
Never forget, never forgive.
Part of me doesn't want to give him the aspect never forget because that has connotations, but
Well, this is all non-canon.
So who was the space pirate? Anyway, do I find that out? Was it some rando or was it the guy?
well, as you are, where did his pod go? As you are charging across the battlefield,
Oh, he's so far away.
he's way off in the distance. I'm sorry. It's like the reverse of, oh, he's really small. No, he's just far away. No, he really is just that small. As the 2 of you get closer, yeah, I'll just do something, whatever. I'm not going to let you roll out of this. Telus fires an energy blast that knocks you to the ground.
Ah, ugh.
But you see Dies is continuing his run,
Screaming at the top of his lungs.
right? And then he...
Makes me juke a little bit.
Yeah, I got it! He's running back and forth a little bit. He's ducking and weaving.
And then he gets sucker punched.
Well, as he gets close, he detaches his earrings, bashes them together, and they start glowing.
Ooh, fancy. Can I
Like a nuclear explosion, kind of?
And he yells, "I'll see you in hell!" And when he gets right next to Telus, Telus grabs the earrings and chucks him to the other end of the planet.
Oh, I thought he was just going to throw him into space.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
that.
blow up the other half of the planet.
No, the safe half!
That's where all the women and children were.
And the nuns.
Oh,
As you're fading away and going back to the pendulum room, you hear Telus say, "You're a hell of a fighter, kid. Sure, it'd be a shame if you died here."
You're pretty good.
I don't even feel bad about that because you know what? Telus is just Big Boss. So you fade back in.
oh, that was weird.
Oh, no questions. Good.
No, I mean, it seemed pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. And clearly not Goku this time because you got a better look at him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what a Goku looks like in the first place other than a Saiyan.
It looked fairly like that guy. I mean, even with fewer phenotypes, it's really weird. Like, are they related or something?
I mean, who knows?
No, they just happen to look a lot alike. That happens sometimes. You ever seen 2 cats that look a whole lot alike? They don't have to be related.
It's true. But I gotta imagine that there's gotta be at least, like, 2, maybe 3 different, like, Saiyan ladies, too.
That'd be nice
Would
if
it-
there
Goku have a
were
brother, maybe?
if there were Saiyan women. I mean, I feel like I'm like the only one.
Oh, yeah, and what if they were dating each other?
Well, that'd be hot.
Panty. Come on.
Anyways, you're up, Panty, and then he slaps you on the back, and now you're in.
Whoa!
Welcome to hell.
You're in space.
Are you just floating in space? Like
Whoops! I put the pogs in the wrong place. Let me move things around a bit. I made
How
some
about there's you in
mistakes.
space? That's what happens.
Oh, this
Oh,
I meant
whoops.
to put you on this spaceship.
this planet
You were
is
brought
so
back and put back in.
oblong.
Yeah, this wasn't the right aspect ratio for a map in Roll20.
You know you can change the width.
I don't
and
care.
height.
It's too late for that information.
It's the gear icon.
It's
on
just the almond planet.
The gear icon was broken the day I tried to fix this.
You just
Try a
drag the
different day.
edges. That's how you fix it.
Yeah, I know I can change the map height. The map height? The map height. Ooh, is this a low height up in here? So anyways, Pansy, you are in... Well, the spaceship looks small in this picture, but it's actually pretty decently sized. It's not like the one-man fighter pilot it looks like. It's more like a cruiser, so it would normally have a crew, but there doesn't appear to be anyone here.
It's not the Great Fox? Shit.
Well, I like the Great Fox. That's a good example of what I'm going for. Like, it can be manned by only a couple of people, but you'd expect to see at least those couple of people.
Right.
Star
Okay.
Fox exists in this universe.
Yes.
Star Fox exists in this universe also.
We have a king. There is King Furry. Remember?
Yeah. He's the equivalent of General Pepper.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's, well, yeah, I mean, it's like, that's not, actually, no, that's not the size of the port that was campaign.
So anyways,
it's possible, actually, to do something like that. The only thing is, I'm
Hold on a minute.
do you want to look around
I'm gonna be,
the
Go ahead.
so you're in the empty ship. What do you do?
I guess
Do you
I'm gonna.
ask Popo for help? What do you do?
No, I don't ask Popo for help. Fuck Popo. I'm going to carefully.
Hey.
I'm going to carefully look
He's
around.
the only one keeping your consciousness coming back to your body. Remember?
Still, screw that guy. I didn't even want to do training because I'm already a perfect being or something. Anyway, I'm going to carefully.
Sure
look
you are.
I'm going to carefully look around for clues.
All right. It's a pretty good roll. So
Yeah, that roll kicked ass. Jeez. I'm jealous.
here's what you find.
Myself?
You find the corpse of a Saiyan that looks an awful lot like you because of those limited phenotypes.
Oh shit.
Look, what'd I tell you?
But she's half Saiyan, so it shouldn't look exactly like.
Doesn't matter.
That thing has black hair though. That's the difference.
I check over.
Once you find the corpse,
Mhm.
you hear somebody forcefully entering the spaceship.
Oh shoot.
But why don't you have to roll? Just entering the ship.
Is that man a shrimp?
It's Hellboy.
He pulls out a hologram of his targets, and it's one of those holograms you can like see from both sides, and you can see that his target does look a lot like you.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna weekend at Bernie's this. I'm gonna pick up.
Take it in dead and alive.
I'm gonna pick up the body of myself, and I'm gonna forcefully throw it at him, and then run down the hallway.
I don't know what version of Weekend at Bernie's you saw. I don't think that happened. Jesus, that's an overcome. He is really confused about this.
So the thing
I
that the
guess-
person he's looking for goes flying at him.
But he also sees you, so he's confused if he got the right one or not.
Damn Saiyans with their limited phenotypes.
I'm gonna check for like the black box or like a log or anything like that. I'm gonna fiddle with the computers.
So are you going for like the create advantages phase now?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess at this point I better start creating an advantage. I'm gonna look up information on this guy. I'm hoping that they scanned his pod or anything like that.
His name is Cacao.
Cacao.
I think it's supposed to be like Coco.
Yeah, cacao. Yeah,
Cacao.
cacao. All right. So they
Kick out
scanned
the
the
dolphin.
ship. They scanned the ship and all that stuff. So I'm gonna create an advantage by cleverly downloading his dossier onto a flash drive.
That you realize it's just your consciousness in there, right? You can't bring anything back.
The dossier is in your mind.
Yeah.
She downloaded it into her mind. She downloaded it to a PDA and then read the PDA.
I use my iDroid. Whoa.
So the
Stop vaping in there.
You're the vapor.
So the advantage that you found, Cacao is essentially mute. The only thing he can say is "duh." I'm not making that up. In the Japanese version, he only ever says "duh." He's a Russian alien.
Jeez.
Space Russians.
Why'd I have to fight frickin' Drago from fucking Rocky Horror?
Instead of "I must break you," it's "duh, duh, 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 duh."
Duh.
He spells out "I must break you" in tap code using his DOS.
Popo, I thought
Yeah, most
that
people
the
have-
person
everyone's
didn't
actually
die.
very aligned to the same orange-
I thought that
orange
he
for
fought
that.
somebody to a standstill. What's going on?
Well, I said it was unsuccessful. Which means if the person had died en route and he didn't kill them, it was a failure.
What killed them?
Looks like his ship just malfunctioned.
Wait, is there air
The
in
only
here?
thing
Am
that
I
can kill
dying?
is sand.
Well, science can survive in the atmosphere. Or outside the atmosphere, I mean.
I'll let him know.
Goku just doesn't know it.
Saiyans can breathe in space. Alright.
Yeah.
They just have to be Super Saiyan gods first.
They just have to believe they can.
Alright, I'm going to set off an alarm in the airlock and try and lure this guy into the airlock and then quickly jump out and suck him out into space.
Alright, how are you doing that? Like, what approach?
Well, I guess it's
Because I feel like this could be a lot of them.
Yeah, I
You know
guess.
you could just punch a hole in the side of the ship and do the same thing.
Yeah, but then it sucks me out. I wanna stay safe,
You-
even though I can breathe in space.
It's your conscious. Remember, you're not actually there.
So what is my
You
goal?
don't want to encourage suicidal techniques, Scooby-Boo.
My goal is just to figure out who this guy is. I've achieved that, so now I guess we just play
You
hide
get
and
Well, I
one,
mean, you could
you
figure
get
out a
one
little
more
more.
advantage. There's one aspect I haven't written yet that
Okay.
you can do something to help me figure out what it is.
I guess I'm going to set up alarms and have him chase me around the ship
Hey, I
all,
can help you with this
all
if you're trying
alien
to trick him.
isolation. Yeah,
The
sure.
thing is, I'm having it sucked out into space. I thought of something for that.
Okay. Well,
So you can do that too.
all right. I'm going to cleverly create a distraction, set off an alarm so that he goes into a pod bay.
Can I create an advantage for that then?
Yes.
Alright, so, I don't know spaceships, so if this fails, that's why, but I'm gonna try to...
Wait, hold on. If you're assisting her, you just give her a +1.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Cool.
So this is a +1.
But you have to explain how you're assisting.
Yeah,
because
so
you-
basically
Yes.
I tell her how you would basically go about that to both make it convincing and to also be out of the way in time, try to figure out good hiding places, stuff like that. So basically just giving her a good plan to get in and out of there to be able to observe him.
Thanks, Yora. That's a 3.
You know what Saiyans are good at? Stealth.
That's why I'm here to help.
All right. So you're getting into the airlock.
Yep. As soon as
He goes flying out.
Mhm.
As he goes flying out, you look into his eyes and you see them like fade, and you see other little lights on his robot body fade, and you now know that in extreme danger, he just shuts himself off.
He's a tardigrade.
Hashtag relatable.
God damn it! The aspect is emergency shut off.
Okay.
Somehow not the trouble because I didn't think of it beforehand. Honestly, this is probably more of a trouble than the actual trouble.
Actually,
Well,
yeah,
I
that
mean-
probably should be switched then.
Yeah, I will.
If it's voluntary, yeah. But if it's involuntary,
It's a little like you can do it without the set offs, but it can also just kind of be set off. Oh, whoops! I did that wrong.
So why did this guy join the Space Pirates Saiyans, Mr. Popo?
Well, as he goes flying out, you see a orb-shaped spaceship pull in, open its airlock, and he falls in.
Just slides in the frame.
Yes. No actual animation. They just shifted the drawing around.
They had to do a really quick edit for that one.
I come snapping back into reality, brushing off my hands. Yeah, master
Snap
time
back to
traveler.
reality. Whoops, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes.
Ah, ouch, my butt. Thanks, Yora. High five.
I did what I had to, and I don't
Don't-
high five.
Yeah, don't high five a Saiyan. It never ends well for non-Saiyans.
I download too slow her.
Oh no.
So? It just like zooms in on Panty's face and dramatic music plays.
Alright, Scooby Boo, it's your
I
turn.
can't believe I'm hoisted.
I can't wait to see how Scooby-Doo breaks history.
Oh.
Alright. Ready for what is definitely a peaceful observation of the Beans planet? That's what
That's
these
their
people
name?
call the Beans, yes.
Wow.
Their names are Lacasse and Raisin, but the species is Beans.
Thinking about those beans.
Man. Those poor beans. Anyway, let's get the show on the road.
So we did the
Why is
big
everything on
boss
fire?
run, and the Venom Snake run, and the 2B run. Now it's time for the Vapor Snake run.
Why is everything on fire? Why
As
is
soon
everything
as
exploding?
you land, Popo is like, shit. I made a mistake.
Popo!
The bean species went extinct, and it went extinct on this day.
Great.
That
Great.
seems like something you'd figured out ahead of time.
Which ones am I looking for? They all look the same.
They're all like freaking around.
Wow, that's super racist.
No, it's because I used the same pogs over and over again.
No. Scooby-Doo said.
They've got a real bad case of same pog.
So there's lava, there's lightning, there's tornadoes. First
What
off, not immediately died.
So what happened to cause this,
mean-
Popo?
Looks like this is just natural like geographic shifts,
Oh, so
like Krypton.
what's a Krypton?
It's definitely a real planet in this universe.
Who would win in the fight?
So it's one of those
Superman or
natural
Goku?
extinction events instead
Goku.
of one of those Frieza extinction events.
Yes, they could have seen this coming. If only they'd listened to people talking about the change in their planet's climate.
My hands
Also,
just
it's a
got
trick
really
question.
heavy.
Superman and Goku would be friends.
I know Goku would want to fight Superman.
Well, yeah,
Like
they'd
his
be
friends.
friends.
Anyways, how do you survive the immediate natural disasters besieging you?
Does
Are there
Scooby
ships?
need to do anything?
Are there what?
Are there spaceships taking off?
No.
Well
The
then,
bean species went extinct this day.
then I want to find the two that aren't freaking out and look like they obviously have a plan because at least two of them get off, right?
No.
Wait, I thought you said two of these guys were in the pirate crew.
There. I'll explain it at the end of this.
I mean,
Just know no one's evacuating. Everyone is going to die. But how do you not immediately die?
I fly off the planet. I mean, I don't need to breathe in space, do I?
Nope.
Yeah, I do that.
Well, there's probably like rocks raining from the sky and shit.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like, yeah, I'll just leave the planet. Well, it's just fucking storms and lava and everything. Like, parts of the planet are flying around and then crashing back into the planet.
Don't forget
That's why-
Honestly, all you
Careful.
really need to do is reform.
Yeah.
Majin are kind of made to live through the destruction of planets.
You have to
considering
make
they
at least
caused
one
them.
overcome roll. Everyone else did.
I'll be careful. Yeah, I.
Alright, fine. You are
Yeah, I just sit
navigating
there.
disaster.
I
Like
sit
Fafnir
there and let it
said,
happen.
Fafnir said, Imagine is kind of expected to survive the destruction of a planet. So you're no longer. You manage to avoid immediately dying, and you can sort of navigate around here safely. So now you can start observing these creatures.
As in their last final moments.
If you just observe them as a whole, if you really want, that's probably good enough, right?
So why are they running around in pairs?
Well, this species can merge with members of its own species to become a slightly larger version of its species. So they tend to naturally pair up. Unfortunately, being a bit bigger doesn't help you survive the destruction of your planet.
What if 4 of them merged together?
It's a dumb idea. What are you talking about?
That would never happen.
We'd never get that to work.
So they never made it off their planet and died, and no one really cared about them?
First two are true. Anyways, are you going to make a create advantage roll to try and discover their aspect?
I don't know what I would be looking for.
Just watch them, panic. Watch them at their lowest point. Somebody's going to reveal itself.
That sounds like something Imagine would be into, yeah! What approach would I take?
What approach is your stunt?
Clever.
Oh, man. Well, appropriately for this minion, you're going to have 2 free invokes of this one. So, I may have had some trouble making this trouble. The trouble I gave them was exact size of a kickball.
Aerodynamically, like a kickball. Just so kickball-like.
Extremely kickball like.
Yeah, that's the problem with species like this. You just want to kick them sometimes.
Very easy to kick. There's some giant ostrich birds running around and they're kicking them occasionally. That's how you discover this.
Scooby-Boo is laughing.
So,
I imagine everyone else with Popo is looking on in horror at the destruction of this planet, and Scooby-Doo is like, that was pretty cool. You don't get to see the extinction of a species every day.
So I guess I should just get on with the extinction so I can explain how these, how there are 2 of these guys with turtles.
Yeah. Oh no,
So-
they all burned up.
They all burn up. The planet stops erupting and goes barren, but I don't have a map for that.
You see one planet blow up, you've seen them all.
You
Well,
start
not
to
blow up.
have some time dilation issues. Time starts passing incredibly quickly until it suddenly goes back to normal, and you see a all too familiar orb spaceship approach this planet.
Did you clone some of these guys? What's up?
Oh, that's possible. I don't know why you would want to clone kickballs.
You see the Saiyan digging around the planet. He's like, oh, this is a terrible planet for the Tree of Might. But he looks over and sees the fossilized remains of 2 of these creatures. He reaches into a pouch that he has and pulls out what looks like a durian and then squeezes the durian over the fossils.
Ugh, it smells awful.
What? Man,
and
that
then
was,
the two creatures pop back to life.
man, what I want to do to eat that thing. I wonder
Oh
what it
god, what have I
tastes
done?
like. What would it taste like?
How does it taste?
Hey, you think this pirate still has one of those fruit things?
Probably not. He probably only has the seeds. Do not pursue Telus.
But
Anyways,
if I had the seeds.
this isn't real. It's the consciousness. You won't have the seeds.
But we'll fight him later, won't we, Popo?
Anyways, you're gonna try and figure out the last thing about these guys.
You know, I bet that revival didn't take super well. I bet there was some abnormalities with it.
All right.
I'm gonna observe them carefully before I go to make sure to see if they didn't come back quite correct.
All right, go for it.
Zombie.
man.
Jesus fuck.
Oh, he just.
Unfortunately, you can only style once, so there's another with 2 free invokes. Unlike everyone else in Dragon Ball, due to the nature of the Tree of Might resurrection, these two have seen death and they're not happy about it.
They don't want to die. Again.
Aspect have gazed upon the face of death.
It's King Kai.
Just told a shitty joke about their planet's destruction.
Man, you guys look like fun to kick. Come here. Hold him down, Jeffrey.
Alright, so after that scene ends, the barren planet fades out.
Hey, Popo, what do you know about this Tree of Might thing?
His eyes dilate.
Oh, God.
I know, right? I was going to say, like, he pales at the mention, but then I realized, wait a minute, that might not work.
Popo, never do that again, please.
That sounds pretty important, but Scooby-Boo
The
is
Tree
the
of
only one to
Might?
hear about it.
Yeah,
The Tree of Might, he's like, Popo is like grabbing you by the shoulder. He's like, what do you mean the Tree of Might?
that's what he was looking for. He said, like, this planet wasn't good for the Tree of Might or whatever, and then he had some weird fruit that he squeezed over the fossils.
Popo rips a part of his turban off and starts wiping sweat from his brow.
Oh, God, that's... Popo's head!
I'll have to tell Kami about this. This is not good. This is not good at all.
Like, what's the big deal? I mean, yeah, it's a Saiyan, but it's only one of them.
What's this about the tree, though?
Can we eat the tree?
He smacks you.
Ow!
Do not eat the tree. You do not eat the fruit of the tree either.
Why not? That's what fruit is for, right?
The
What is
tree
it?
of the might grows fruit for the consumption of gods and gods only. It would be
Oh.
madness to try and eat from it.
Okay.
Okay, but
Oh, this is
what's
not
the
good at
Tree
all.
of Might in the first place? Like,
It's a fucking tree.
yes, that's obvious, but
Almighty.
Popo is like panicking. He can't think straight.
if this guy is just gonna blaspheme, that's one thing. But if this is an act of danger, we need to know about it.
You're right. The tree can only be grown on planets that can sustain life, and in the process of growing, the tree destroys all life.
Okay, yeah, I could see how that'd be a bad thing.
Oh, is it like a really big tree?
Yes,
Like a redwood?
redwoods don't grow outside of Canada.
Yes, they do.
I know, but it's a hell of a weird cut for me to make, but yes, it's like a very large space redwood.
So
Okay,
why is this guy planting this tree then? I mean, Saiyans, yes, they love destroying planets with life on them. Yeah, that's obvious. But why the tree method? Why not just blow things up?
Guess he wants the fruit then.
When you say that, Popo just goes like catatonic. It's like he's been eating the fruit of the tree of might this whole time. Then, oh,
Oh man, that is a good point. We might have to find some way to get as strong as him.
yeah. Then he turns around to face you and says, "We'll have to increase the intensity of your training."
I just thought we were going to steal the thing from him and eat it. Oh, okay.
And then Mr. Popo fades out.
God, I hate it when it does that. Just walks backwards into the shadows and then he disappears. It's creepy. What is that?
Oh no.
What is that?
It's the next part of your training.
I think he sent us back again. Or
Where are
them
they?
forward, or whatever this
Use
is.
one person at a time.
Are those Saiyans?
Only to those 4 locations because the stuff was wonky. And the GM had an idea that he wanted to do.
I think this would be a great idea. Call me.
As these Saiyans step out of the shadows, they seem to think they're still in whatever time Popo pulled them from. Because they start talking about the 4 of you and say like,
Is that Raditz?
What?
Is that Raditz?
No.
Oh.
The tall one is called Shorty.
Stupid
Hilarious.
Saiyan phenotypes.
They start saying, well, you don't look like you're from this planet. Hey, Scarface, I think they're mercenaries. Scarface said, like, yeah, I guess those people thought these... I'm blanking on a word. These clowns could protect them.
Hey, I'm
And then he glances over to Scooby-Doo and starts screaming.
Man, I thought I got away from that by coming to this planet, but now
Who is here? They immediately open fire.
that's expected.
So,
It's a weird way to pronounce bouillon.
Saying that name like you know what it is, Yora, I don't think you know what I am.
I do a sweet kickflip out of the way.
I'm just gonna open my mouth and absorb the power, the energy beams they throw at me.
well, this is increasing the intensity of your training. So remember everyone's favorite tool, scale?
Uh-oh.
These guys are also 1 scale above you.
You know, for a guy called Shorty, he is pretty big.
That's the joke.
It's an ironic nickname.
The Shorty is the tall one. But
Since we're supposed to lose, I'm gonna try and defend by just not
could try
being
to
there.
win, at least.
Excellent. Good.
Get owned.
You can't see me!
well, I was going to have Starface attack Majin Buu or Scooby Boo, but I guess I can have him attack Fancy now that you give me that defense roll.
Trips in front of him.
Or what did you say you were doing, Jenner? You kind of
I'm trying
talked
to
over.
just not be there. I'm just not there. I've left,
You are very there.
but I'm very
Also,
there.
another
Don't
Saiyan.
This isn't a
Saiyan
game.
working with.
This isn't a battle you have to lose. I just want to make it difficult.
Also,
Yeah.
Saiyans love battles where they lose because then they get stronger.
Yeah, you should be hyped about this.
Yeah,
Ouch. I'm wrecked.
that just means you come back stronger, and also maybe another form of Super Saiyan or something.
I don't go Super Saiyan yet. I talked to Loka about when Panty gets to go Super Saiyan, and it's like
I
never.
have ideas.
Okay.
Oh, one of us is gonna have to die first, isn't it?
I mean, she doesn't. She only really.
What a
She doesn't,
coincidence that one of the players has repeatedly agreed to thrust herself into death.
and Panty actually kind of likes you.
So, anyways,
But anyway.
I'm not actually going to use. Well, no, I am using scale. This is a 6 difference.
So that's
Jeez.
8 stress.
You might want to
Right.
reroll.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I don't know if it'll be better, but sure, I'll try and
You
It
do
would be
it.
better than a -2.
Yeah.
You're a rowdy
And
Saiyan.
you can also change your approach, right?
Can I?
If you justify it by changing your action, yeah.
Oh, well.
And I'll ignore that because you jumped the gun instead of letting us explain the rules.
Okay. So when you
So,
reroll, you can change your approach.
If
Yeah.
you basically
As long
say
as you
like
justify
how,
it.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
like, you try to sneak away, they spot you. What do you do instead?
I lift up a panel like from the ground, and
One of the floppy clocks.
yeah, one of the floppy clocks, and I just fling it at them.
All right, that sounds forceful.
Yay!
Dang.
Okay, so
So that's 6
That
on
does
6.
I rolled a 4. I
6
can
on
add
6.
a 1 because of scale to make it a 5.
Okay, it's 5.
Then I can shift harm to +2, so I can take your first stress box.
Okay. Ouch.
Yeah, bro. And with that, Shorty is going to try and kick Scooby-Doo out of the arena. Just, I can't deal with Majin Buu right now.
Nope.
This is going to be forceful.
I'm going to cleverly make myself really sticky and just adhere myself to his leg.
All right, so
Ooh.
that's essentially a 6. Mine is. Yours is still a 4. So right now I can take your second stress box.
Yeah, I'll take that second stress box. Can I go next?
Sure.
Okay. Now that I'm adhering to him, I'm going to shock him because I have electricity powers, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I get a +2 to attack sneakily by shocking my opponents when they least expect it.
I feel like
Alright.
you would expect it a lot right now.
Oh,
He doesn't
man.
expect to. He doesn't know Majin Buu is a Pikachu.
Yeah. So that's technically a 3.
All right. Well, the only way he could have avoided this was by being careful, which is his worst stat. So you said that's a 3.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a fate point on always up to no good to bump that up to a 5.
All right. Because it just so happens, I can add a 1 to my defense roll and then shift your harm down too. So if that was a 3, it would have done nothing. But since it's a 5, it now does 2. And you know what? I say these guys have the same deal as Wheelo. 4 stress boxes and a consequence box.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, Yora, do something clever.
Well, I might not do something clever, but I'm immediately going to charge towards Scarface, and I'm going to stunt this. So I'm technically not aiming for anything that, like, physically vital, but I am going for the eyes, because there's a scouter and also eyes there, and eyes are pretty vital, I think.
Do you know what a scouter is?
No, but it looks important. And again, eyes there.
Mr. Popo told you during the training.
Oh, okay.
Because he knows.
Somehow.
Whoop. All right, so that's a 6.
Bulma told him. And Bulma told Yamcha, and Yamcha told him.
And he believed you,
Alright.
Yamcha?
So you're going for the eyes. So Scarface is just going to try and catch your blade with his bare hands.
Well, yeah, but Yamcha would have just said, "Yeah, I was the highest number when they scanned."
Yeah, mine was like 1,000,000 or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yours is a 6. So
First a good roll.
I will knock that down to 1 stress box by giving myself a +1. Because I don't want to make it just be like, that does nothing. That sure is fun, isn't it?
Sounds like a Dragon Ball villain.
God damn it, you said that. You said that. Now I gotta do it. He stops the blade dead cold. You do no stress damage.
All right, 2B, you go next. You haven't really done much.
All right, I am going to create an advantage. I'm going to roll first. I'm going to use. I'm going to use clever to create an advantage, and I get +2 to clever create an advantage.
All right. Well, what are you doing?
I am shooting the slowdown orb at these guys from
All right.
from Pod. That's a 3.
This is a 3, so that's a success. So I'll add in the advantage.
They are time dilated.
Time
So that's
is
the next
fucked.
remote over Panty.
I mean, this seems like the most appropriate place to do it.
Yeah,
While it's clock.
it's actually stronger here.
Alright, Panty, you go.
Oh, I got it.
I'm gonna
Who's
also
that?
create an advantage by tearing. Since I now know that we can pull up the floor, I'm gonna pull up the floor around them to make difficult terrain. I guess that's also forceful. Damn.
You gotta walk around the clock tonight.
Yep.
Or fly.
Oh yeah, they can do
All
that.
right. That also succeeds. It's not really clear where the floor is already, so to make it like even less clear, it's just completely going to ruin their day.
There's floppy clocks everywhere.
So difficult terrain.
Yep. And
And
then
with that, we should
go
be at
back
the
to
top of the order. So
Yep.
I'm gonna have Scooby Boo go first.
I see how it is.
What I'm going to do, I'm attached to a Saiyan. Saiyan's got lots of power. I want that power. I'm going to power up by leeching off of him.
So you're gonna power up.
Yes.
All right. Do the power up roll.
That's a one.
Power up once.
Womp womp.
This is going to set a terrible precedent, but because you explained that you were absorbing parts of the Saiyan's power, I will give you 2.
Yay! Yora, do something.
Okay,
Cowards, all of you.
so all right.
Lives end.
I'm going to create an advantage. I flash back to that one time I hit Krillin, and it didn't seem like it did anything, but I noticed something weird happening with his body, and I just have not been able to replicate that again since then. So
This guy is about Krillin size, right?
I am going to attempt to pull off my new move, Key Strike, again. This time I'm going to roll quick. Yora pulls her blade away and does like a quick slash that initially won't seem to do anything, and honestly, given my luck, it probably won't in the long run. Now 3 is actually pretty good.
All right. So you're going to have the advantage destroyed key.
Yep, well, delayed Key Strike, so basically like eventually he will just suddenly kind of...
Oh, you fisted
Burst.
a North Starred.
Yeah, that's sort of it.
And you don't have to decide which Saiyan it is, just whichever is most appropriate.
Yep.
Later on. Or you hit both, but it only affected one, and we don't know which one yet.
All right.
Or we could spend fate points and affect both.
Now who's up?
All right. Do I want to make Loka more angry, or do I want to give us a chance? Well,
Make him angry.
all right. Let's see. So Scooby Boo's gone. Let's go Panny.
All right. Let me take a look at the advantages. All right.
3 advantages now. This keeps happening.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to go after Scarface first. Now that I'm gonna bounce off, I'm gonna. I keep relying on forceful, but it's like my best stat.
You should. That's how the game works.
Grandfather Vegeta is saying in your ear, just beat the shit out of him, come on.
Yeah, I'm
I
going
don't
to.
even remember those 2 Saiyans. Who cares?
I'm going to bounce off of some of the difficult terrain and just drill, like do the drill, like drill punch into Scarface.
So you're like spinning around.
Yeah.
Spinning Saiyan missile, go! Christ. Yeah.
That's
so
a
this is
6.
Scarface.
It's a 6 if my pride is on the line.
Your pride
I mean, you're
always
fighting
on the line.
Saiyans. You gotta show who's top boss.
Yeah. You're royalty and you're facing these low-level mooks.
Don't let those plebs put you in your place.
Well, they
All
can't
right,
because
They
I'm
don't
royalty.
even have vegetable names. Like, come on.
Because this is dealing with the terrain, that would require a careful roll, which I don't have any advantage. He doesn't have any pluses in. So that was a 6.
Yeah.
So my 2, I can add 1 and then shift your harm down 2, so you take his first stress box.
She also has advantages she could tap.
Yeah. Could I tap the difficult
you're gonna-
terrain?
Tap difficult terrain, so that will make it a 3.
Yeah. And then I guess they're time dilated, so I drill into them really like multiple times.
All right, there goes 2 advantages, and you hit Scarface's first consequence box.
All right.
Let me edit those.
Sorry
That's
for
my
wasting.
girl. Way better than my first progeny.
Way better than my worthless son. Allow me to introduce my granddaughter.
She's almost as good as my son, who's almost as good as me.
All right, who's up?
I'm gonna be a coward and go with 2B.
Well,
You're
we're
gonna
in after this
have them
turn.
go 4 times.
I mean, it's fine. I'm going to create another advantage. I am going to forcefully just spray them with suppressing fire.
Oh, also, what's Scarface's thing?
Consequence.
Consequence, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, consequence. Drill punch. Gaping hole in his chest.
Yeah.
It's spreading, you know.
It's a test.
Saiyans are very susceptible to that kind of disease, you know.
God damn it.
I'm just spraying them covered with suppressing fire from pod.
Alright, that succeeds. That creates an advantage with 1 use. So I'm suppressing fire.
I mean, I could do this all day. Literally all day. There's no limit on it.
Alright. So after this horrible besiegement that these 2 have faced, Shorty yells, "Alright, I've had enough of this." And then he vanishes into the shadows. He's going to try and create an advantage.
Can I
Do I
roll
just kinda
against
fall
his
off of it?
advantage?
Well, he's going to try and blend into the back of the room so that he can be anywhere at any time. So let me see what this is.
Oh, he forgot to hide his power level.
Well. Let me look at his aspects as I debate spending one of my common pool fate points. He is a sadistic Saiyan, and he wants to draw this out and not get caught like a dumbass.
That's kind of
reroll
redundant,
that.
isn't it?
What?
Sadistic saying.
No.
It's kind of redundant.
Panties no.
Don't coexist.
That's racist.
Panties no.
I'm just saying.
Ah, saying. Again.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, no.
So now, honestly, because this advantage is limited in scope in that only Shorty can really take advantage of it, I'm just gonna let that succeed with 2 uses because something tells me he's not gonna survive to see both of them.
He's still got a consequence.
Though Scarface has the consequence.
Well,
Oh yeah, I know. What you
yeah,
mean
he
now.
doesn't have a consequence, rather. Yeah. However, I'm supposed to word that.
No, you
We
worded
need
it
to
right.
fuck him
I
up
was
twice.
just you worded it right. I was just not parsing it right.
Yeah.
From the shadows. All right, and then let me remind myself what this name is called. Kanko-sen. Scarface fires off his finger beam at Yora.
Okay,
no.
well. Yeah, you do your roll, and...
All right, so this is just overwhelming firepower.
Yep. Oh, God, are you going to get 3 pluses again, or 4 this time?
Plus 3. So
All
3.
right.
And by that I
Possible
mean
to
it's
avoid.
6.
Okay, so I have a stunt for using my climb sickle, so I'm going to attempt to cleverly defend by basically leaping, climbing up a clock, and then just like bounding off of that and parkouring as much as I need to get out of the way of this. So,
You yell parkour as you're doing it.
okay, so that's also a 6.
All right, so that's a tie.
Do I? I don't think it would be worth it to.
Actually, it wouldn't be a tie because I shift the harm and not boost the roll, so it's not a tie.
Okay, so I
It's
get
just-
out of the way.
Even if I shifted the harm, I couldn't take any stress boxes.
All right.
So while you're running around, as you leap from one clock to the next, Shorty jumps out of the shadow and kicks you in the face.
Oh, geez.
And this is a sneaky attack. Man.
Oh, geez. Okay, so I guess really all I can do is just quickly avoid that. So
He only kicks the after image.
which
Well, bad, won't it?
oh no.
So
So
that's
you
a
get
5 to
+1.
4.
Yeah. So I can. I'm going to add a. It.
We've
wouldn't
got plenty
really-
of advantages.
Yeah. I don't really want to use any advantages on defense, though. I could tap one of my skills to avoid damage, because that would be a bit painful if he got an attack off. So yeah, I'm going to tap Highly Trained Ninja to add a +2 to this. So
So I can shift my harm +2, so it goes from a -1 to a 1. It
So,
doesn't
yeah.
fly, but it does let me take stress boxes.
Yep. So, as your quickly rebounds off another clock as quickly as possible, even her good reflexes don't prevent her from getting a slight kick to the face.
Wait, shit, hold on. Let's go over this again. That was a 4, you made it a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 4.
So that's
I'm
5.
using my advantage striking from the shadows because I forgot to use it.
Okay.
So let me mark that as used. I need to be meaner. These fights need to have more stakes to them. So that's 6 to 6. And then I can boost my attack +1 and my shift +2. And hit your third stress box, unless you want to use an advantage. We've discussed this one attack too long.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I guess I should.
Going once, going twice.
Do you mind if I use up suppressing fire?
Jeff?
Go ahead.
Jeff?
Now you're using your own
That's
advantage.
what they're there for.
All right. So, he's going for his attack, but like 2B's fire is preventing him from just going into the strike easily.
All right. So in the end, I still take your first stress box.
Yep. But it's not 3. Okay.
All right. Scarface. I was distracted because he is the small one. Noticed that covering fire sure was useful to you, so he goes to take out the source and fires another finger beam at.
Wait,
How many
did
attacks are
you
you
know?
getting?
What?
Scarface already moved this turn, didn't he?
Yeah.
Nope. Shorty created an advantage. Scarface moved, then went back to the top of the order, and Shorty went. And now Scarface is going.
All right, fine, but next turn we're gonna kick your ass.
I need to hit at least one consequence box. You fuckers are rolling too well.
He's shooting a powerful beam at me. Powerful raise.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Does that mean someone's gonna struggle with a beam?
Well, it depends what he rolled before I decide this.
You could totally take on a 2.
Well, it's technically a 3.
Yep. I am going to forcefully fire a beam back and attempt to outlast his beam.
All
Plus
right,
2.
here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, good
That's a
start.
6.
God damn it.
Good start. Good start. Okay, so you can
I hate
definitely
this.
add delayed key strike still has
I'm
for
sorry, I
use.
just like this. Like, I'll take this, and then his arm just suddenly explodes. Oh no, my key!
Yeah, I'm gonna use that and make it an 8.
Scarface the one that already had a consequence stick?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have attacked us with the one who had a consequence text.
So Scarface turns on 2B, goes, "Ha! I've got you now," and then just explodes.
And I just shoot like a much larger beam than his shitty little finger beam.
The sword registers and his arm is lopped off that he was trying to shoot the beam with, and he's just So yeah, mark all those advantages that you just ticked.
All right.
So there goes key strike.
Do I take him out then?
Yeah, he's vaporized. He's
Oh,
gone.
man. Yes, there's just a pair of boots left.
Yeah.
Wow, that didn't seem too bad.
My attack did have an effect.
Man, Saiyans are nothing to fight, huh?
Hey, fuck you!
No offense.
Say nothing to fuck with.
Look, you're supposed to come back from that if you want to get stronger, right?
Fine.
I don't think he's come back from that. I say as I look at just the 2 feet sitting on the floor, smoking.
One
Fine.
falls over.
Scooby-Doo just kills Shorty, we all go home.
All right. I'm gonna turn on Shorty and leap at him, and I want to eat him.
Y'all are fucked when I bring Tullus out and he's scale 3.
I don't think that you can actually eat him. He's like a phantom.
He's not real. You can absorb the memories.
I guess you should do it.
Hey, I'm gonna basically grapple with him and just try to crush him, or like restrain him enough. I'm gonna say that's flashy. And I have, what was it, 2 power-ups ready?
Yep.
Yeah, so that can go up to 7, but first,
Let's see what his defense is first before I spend them.
he is trying to sneak back into the shadows. He's having a hard time of it.
This
Because
is
you're grappling him. But he's going for sneak attacks first of all, so you gotta sneak.
Oh no.
Stupid. I'm re-rolling that. Sadistic Saiyan, here we go. Oh, +3 if this is...
So you rolled 2, so that's a 3 instead of a
Roll 20! This was supposed to be a tough fight!
Oh, we're sorry about that.
Don't be, that's how this goes. Look,
I didn't even power up. I just
At some
blasted
point-
with a powerful ray.
Hey,
at
you know
some
what?
point, you all are fucked.
You know what, Shorty? You're not the first Saiyan I've killed.
What?
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 Anyways, that... God damn it. That's 7 to 2. I can bust it up to a 3, which means it's a 4, and then I can knock down 2. So that would take his second stress box, so that's already ticked.
So it goes up to his third.
Right. Also, did you use an advantage? Do you have any advantages left?
I don't
He's
know.
got his power-ups, but
I
I
just
don't
got
You
think
already used them.
we don't
I was
have
thinking
any
that.
free advantages.
Right, I was taking that into account.
I do have.
You have to spend a
Fate
fate point, I
points.
think, to tag it.
I'm gonna spend a fate point on key strike. He also got key struck.
My god. This technique of mine.
Alright, so
I think
that's
I've honed
his
it.
third stress box. Who's going next?
Hey Panty, you want to finish this guy off?
I'm always finishing them off. I'm going to create an advantage and let the next person finish them off. I
Vegeta
don't-
in your head is going, no!
I know, but I don't want to be the star of every
No,
freaking
Grant,
session.
no. He's like tears in his eyes.
No, he doesn't cry.
I mean, technically speaking, couldn't you invoke something for a fate point?
Oh yeah, you could compel her saying
Yeah,
cry.
compel.
That could force her to fight.
But that's a
Yeah,
saying
please
thing.
wreck me. Here's a fate point.
Yeah, actually, yeah, she could destroy him outright, and probably should destroy him outright. But instead, she should toy with him, right? And I should get a fate point for that. Thank you, Phil. Yes.
Well, a true Saiyan would let him get to his strongest he can be, which he's already at, so I can't really invoke anything.
Boo.
He's not gonna turn super shorty.
What was
Alright.
that, Jeff?
Holy shit, if you would let me replace your turn with a power-up roll for Shorty, I will give you a fate point.
That's something Vegeta
That's a
would do.
Saiyan.
I will spend my turn to create an advantage and then pick Shorty to be the next turn.
But I can't, because you already went this turn.
Oh.
What I'm saying is, replace your turn with a power-up roll for Shorty.
Okay. Yeah, can we do that? Is that...
Give me the lamp, boy.
Shorty says, like, if I just had a chance to fight at my full strength, you wouldn't even be here right now. And you responded, oh, is that true?
No!
I'd like to see that.
No!
Vegeta,
Stop laughing at me.
my power level is huge. It's just cold in here.
It's like, all right, time for my power-up screen.
Vocal fry is terrible for Saiyans.
So he gets one power up. Who goes next?
I've got them on the ropes now.
I'm not owned. I'm not owned.
I love dying and being dead.
I haven't gone yet.
I don't think I have either.
I get to pick, right? I'm gonna pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Yora.
Okay. So I see him powering up. I'm just gonna go for the jugular, honestly.
Just, here we go.
Here I go. I got my sword. I got my quick roll. Here we go. That's a 7.
Oh boy.
Again, he's going to try and fade out into the shadows.
Can I assist?
You've already went this turn, so you can't.
Oh, okay.
2B can assist,
I can assist.
but you would take your roll out of this turn.
That's fine. Did I roll for that or just haven't? I don't remember.
It will just add a +1, but let's see how this works. So you rolled a 7.
B4.
I got a 3. I can make that a 4, and I can shift the harm down 2, so you can take the first stress box.
Is that all the stress box is filled?
His third one's not been ticked yet.
Spend a fate point. Get more points.
Yeah, I only have one left, but I'm gonna use it. Highly trained ninja. Going into the shadows isn't gonna help you. That's all what I'm all about.
Hey, get out of here. That's my spot.
He hides in the shadows and you follow him. He's just, oh shit!
He hides into the shadows. You're already there.
I kept the same
I was born in the shadows.
So, there's his third stress box.
Yep, I slash him in the neck.
Unless 2B
He's
assists,
not-
in which case that will hit the consequence box, and 2B can't go this turn.
That's fine.
Okay, how does 2B help? I slash
how
his
do you
neck,
help?
and then
I shout at him and I say, I cannot believe a noble Saiyan would hide in the shadows like a coward.
oh dang, pride
Oh.
damage.
He yells, I'm not a noble Saiyan, I'm a warrior! But to do this, he steps out of the shadows.
Scooby-Doo is still like clinging to him, and he just like goes, "Oh, you got told."
Even Panty's like, damn!
Why are you like this? He starts crying a little bit, but he covers it up. Alright, who's going next?
Alright, well, we're at the top of the turn order again since 2B went, but a certain someone's latched on to Shorty right now. Also, what's his consequence? Just slash neck or something.
Blood loss.
Consequent blood loss.
All right, so yeah, Scooby Boo, go get him.
I'm going to pull him apart bit by bit, anatomically, cleverly. Not great.
Right, let me write down the consequence. Alright, so this time he is going to try and just pry you off of his goddamn leg. For fuck's sake, you have not left since the start of this fight. Maybe if I stop using my best bonuses, I'll actually roll better. Maybe roll 20 will just let me.
4 minuses.
It's not a Yamcha roll, but it is a
So
bad
you
roll.
rolled a 2, I rolled a 1, I could bump that up to a 2, and then... So the attacker gets a boost. So you get a boost from that, write that down. I can't shift that away.
Well, I haven't spent anything yet. Do have 1 fate point left.
I can negate the use of that fate point with my shifting harm.
I could re-roll and get a better roll.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going to, instead of just trying to pull them apart, I'm going to, like, anchor myself to the floor and stuff, and just like pull as hard as possible in all directions and be clever about it. And I'm using my malleable body aspect to spend this fate point. That's
Ooh.
better.
Alright, so I got a 1. We got a 2, and I can shift harm down. So that's 0, and it's not a tie. Unless that was a stunt and I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it wasn't a stunt.
Alright. So, it doesn't work. You can't do harm to him, but you are still attached to him, son of a bitch. Can't get rid of you. Who's going next?
Yora.
I went at the start of the turn,
that's
didn't
right.
I? Yeah.
No, you didn't. You ended the
Oh.
last turn.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yes, you already went this turn. Can't pick Yora.
That's right. We're at the top of the turn order, so, Well, let's see. I guess in this case, I'm just gonna risk it, and I'm going to attack with a key strike. I'm still going to attack with quick since that's my best stat, but I don't get a stunt for this. Just gonna try to cut his key right out.
Alright, he's going to try and copy Scarface and just grab the blade forcefully. Stop the
He
attack
goes
himself.
right through his fingers. Oh,
Oh no, that's not good. I can't really do anything about that. I have no fate points, and there's no
So I can add
invokes.
a 1 and make that a 4. Nothing happens.
Yep.
And you don't tie, so no boost for you.
All right, so gee, he looks like he's getting pretty strong. He's powered up now that he's far stronger. Hey, Panties, he looks perfect to fight. You should fight him.
Can I go and make an advance first, please?
Yeah, please. To be go first.
Okay.
All right. I am going to.
Shorty's screaming cowards over and over again.
Yeah, I'm going. Is he visible right now? Can I see him? Where is he?
Yes, he's over here.
I just gotta zoom out. All right, there you go.
He has a dog attached to him.
Create an advantage by engaging him in like the punch combats, like happens in Dragon Ball where no one really gets hurt or anything. It's like flying around, punch each other. Like,
Yeah.
punch the punches.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do this. I think Flashy probably good here. I got a 3.
So
All right.
basically, he's holding a blade in one hand, he's punching with the other, and he's just got a dog attached to him, and he has to deal with that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm giving this advantage the name 3 frames of animation.
that's a good name.
It's got 1 invoke. All right, here we go.
Yep.
Sigh and draw my hands of steel.
I'm not home.
Stance, twisting the sword in my hands, and charge forward and just plunge the sword up into him and then carve up, cutting him in half. Hopefully. We'll see.
Roll.
Ooh. I'm gonna spend a
He's
fate
just
point to
gonna have-
reroll that. Well, let's see what you roll first, but I'll probably spend a fate point to reroll that.
He's just gonna have to tank this because he can't sneak away like this. 'Cause Jesus. He's got everyone on his ass.
Yeah, I'll spend a fate point to reroll that. There we go.
Holy shit, that's a 7.
That's a spicy roll right there.
Just throw that advantage you got from 2B and make that a 9.
Does he have any stress boxes left, or?
Well, so
He's
7 to 3,
consequenced.
4 to 7 with my +1, and then I can shift it down, so I will take the first stress box right now.
Is your pride on the line, Panty?
I did let him charge up, and he has been calling me a coward. I would say my pride is in the line, so that is a 9.
So that's a 3.
Which
And
goes
then-
up through all the stress boxes that are missing, and hits his consequence, right?
He has no stress boxes because the consequence box gets rid of all the stress boxes.
Oh, I didn't know he hit.
I
For
will,
enemies,
I
for
will-
players, it works differently.
I will spend a fate point to invoke his consequence.
Blood loss. He is bleeding from the neck.
He's bleeding from the neck. He's
He
already.
could have tanked it, but he already lost so much blood
He's-
to begin with.
he's
He can't
already-
afford to lose any more.
Well, he's already cut there, so the sword just slashed
Oh,
right
Jesus. Oh, jeez.
I'm not home. His last words are "I'm not home."
And
So
then,
remember when you felt bad for the Z fighters for getting their ass kicked by these guys? Now I feel bad for these guys.
if need be, I will use the free invoke of 2Bs, of 3 frames of animation to finish him off, if need be.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do to prevent this from happening. As the 3 of you hold him in, this makes it look like it's more tough, like a tougher fight than it was. As the 3 of you hold him in place, Panty frantically strikes him down.
In fiction, it was a tough fight.
Yeah, that Shorty was the tough fight. Scarface was a chump. Look at this dumbass. All right,
Man,
well,
2 Saiyans. I bet we can take 1 space pirate Saiyan on. No problem.
as you take him down, you hear,
Very impressive.
"Well
Alex.
done."
Sorry. Go on.
Do you throw Saiyans at every person you're training?
Not everyone, only the ones who need it.
What about Yamcha's group? Did they get a Saiyan?
He just sort of smiles.
No, they got
Cut
like
to
a
them
bear.
screaming.
They got like a
Serenely.
bear.
Got a bear? Is that what you said?
Yes, they got like a bear. They had to fight a bear.
Krillin is still screaming.
Well, those guys
I'll
were pretty
admit-
tough, but like we just had to fight them at the same time.
We used our
Uh.
teamwork to come out on top. Pandy says, wiping the blood off of her sword and sheathing it.
As you say this, Bubba says, "And do you think that'll work against turtles?"
Well, we'll have to beat up his minions or whatever first, but yes.
If your goal is to outnumber them, I'm afraid that's not how math works.
Again, that's where the taking the other chumps out first comes into play.
Yeah, I mean, wait. Are you trying to get us to find a 5th?
No, I simply think you need to learn how to fight enemies that outnumber you.
Well, I guess. Oh
And
no!
with this, Popo vanishes, and I'm not gonna do this fight.
This fight
This
is not
is
go
just-
well.
This is just like the setup for what the rest of the training looks like. Is just too many Saiyans.
So many Saiyans.
So next session isn't gonna be this fight. We're gonna start treating Mike proper, but I wanted to end on.
It just ends. All 6 sands fly towards us as the camera pans up and just.
And I am the Tiger starts
Finally.
playing.
Just violence.
Nobody gets to defeat Yora but me! I scream as the end.
Well, I'm glad I got to go out on a high note.
Is this what the actual Z fighters went through?
They only fought the two because they were never able to overpower the two.
At least on screen, but
Yeah, on screen. These guys had like the best win ratio of any character.
they win, and they probably get more wins because at the end of the episode, everyone's like, okay, well, we'll do that again for as long as it takes.
All they do is win, 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 no matter what.
As far as we know, the Z Fighters never beat them.
I feel like they would be more somber about facing Vegeta and Nappa because they know that Vegeta and Nappa are stronger than these two. So that's the session, I guess.
Alright, I'm gonna stop
Hopefully my
recording.
belly aching was funny and not annoying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure it was fine. I was amused, but I feel bad for you. I want you to start rolling well so I can start kicking our butts.
You got my rolls at the start.
Okay, we stop recording. Bye.